At least I can see live chat. So welcome. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by the community guidelines. It's nothing like drinking spinach and romaine lettuce and celery and kale and lemon and parsley in the morning. Good morning. That's not the best one I've had. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Good morning, Virginia. Happy Wednesday. Like a bazillion clips all over my table. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Woo woo. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So my school, the Howard County School District, likes to do this thing I call it the random Wednesday, where there's one Wednesday out of the month that the kids just have a half day, and that's today. Luckily, they're older now, so that like the half days to them is like, yeah, I can hurry up and do my homework, and then I can, play games or be on have tablet time or phone time. So yeah, but today I'm planning on filming a tutorial, hopefully, cross my fingers. Because the last couple days, because it's been raining and they didn't get to go play basketball or ride their skateboards or whatever they wanted to do, they've been kind of restless and they're watching like anime and like acting out the scenes. So like I'm here like and like fighting, and they're not really fighting, they're play fighting. So I feel like that's not the best to film a tutorial with that in the background. I totally forgot it was Random Wednesday until they were like, "We'll see you at noon." I'm like, "What?" Yeah. I don't know why Howard County does that. It's just a random Wednesday that all the schools have off half day. So there's that. But I do plan on at least making the bag and cutting out it, and if my children don't decide to play Kung Fu Hustle, um then I can probably film. But if not, I'll film on Thursday. It'll still be available Friday. Good morning. Thank you, Margie. Ooh, it's 10. Oh, in Australia, it's 10:37. You're up. I'm not gonna lie, around 10:37, I get I don't even remember what I'm saying. Like my husband says, I say the most random stuff after 10 o'clock, and then I'm like halfway asleep. Good morning, Shannon. I know. I think they should. I think there should be there's a company in California that like they have like a half day during the work week, and they also during like their lunch hour. It's a company my friend works at. During their lunch hour, they have like a mandatory, unless you have like a doctor's excuse, where they have you not doing, they don't want to name it yoga, they call it stretching, and there's like a physical therapist, and because they sit in chairs all day, they have to do at least one 10-minute session a day on with just stretching. And they teach them how to stretch their hands, their fingers, and everything. And I'm trying to implement that. I've been talking to a friend that's a physical therapist and another one that's a massage therapist about what I can show you guys that can help, like that won't hurt you like for your hands. But my most crucial thing that I will tell you to do is to stop when your hands are hurting. You don't want to cause an injury on yourself. It happens to all of us. I know DC is woo. Out here is it's a little rainy, humidity, muggy, but I don't know. I don't mind the rain. I like the rain. So, um, so yesterday we did Patreon, and I gotta tell you, every month I do Patreon, I get hyped. Like I feel like I should have a hype man, because like good morning, well, good evening from India. Um, so I think I should have a hype man because like each time we do the bags, it makes me so excited because I feel like I'm pushing them out of their my Patreon peeps out of their comfort zone, and they're pushing me to do like better, like compete with myself. And yesterday we did our exterior to the zippy bag from Sewing Arts. Holy smoly, that was such a good session. It was like 2 hours and some odd minutes. It's usually long shorter than that, but this bag, the exterior has a lot going on, and I'll just wanna show you. So I was like, "Hey, I wanna do something cool, but I want it to be super unique that nobody else has." And I was thinking, because 'cause I'm gonna, Ring of Power on tomorrow. I was either gonna do something for Agatha, because Agatha comes out today on Disney, and I was like, "No, I'm gonna do something like the Third Age Ring of Power, like Third Age, maps." So I got some leather, I got my laser, and I got to work. So this is just the exterior. We haven't finished the bag. The interior will be next Tuesday, so we'll complete it. So this is the exterior. As you can see, this part's cork, and that has the map, and that is the front. I omitted the pocket in the front because the pocket has a really sharp V, but it's quite short. The pocket looks like this. I still showed the people how to do it. It goes like this, and I just thought it would take away from this. And I have the map going around in the back. And when you open up the sides, I have cork with Elvish writing. So yeah, we had some fun. I love these sides. I think that it's so cool that you can expand a bag with just a zipper and make a whole different bag. I love how the shape of this bag too. And I was teaching them yesterday what kind of interfacings they need right here so it can bow out into this shape and not collapse in. So we had a lot of good discussions about stabilizers, because a certain one change of your stabilizer based off of the material you use for the side of this bag will either have it collapse in or bow out, and we wanted it to bow out, so we worked that out, and I'm excited. I'm like, come on Tuesday, because I can't wait to do the interior, because I can't wait. I have some olive green edge paint coming. I'm going to be making some really leather and cork straps and using some really cool techniques for edge painting. I'm going to be doing a heat sealing version, and the top tier of my Patreon, I'm going to show them how to do that. I'm really excited for this bag now. And it's funny because every single last person in that live yesterday was like, she's going to keep this bag. I was like, I want this bag so bad. I put so much effort into it. So yeah, I really like how the laser did on the cork. It just, I don't know. I'm feeling this bag. And I think it just takes it to another level. Like, for me, it's like, instead of looking and waiting for fabrics to come in, I can use my imagination and have at it. You can't laser engrave on anything and everything. There are fumes, there's so much to this. And like I said, every time I mention a laser, you're going to hear this disclaimer because it's important. Don't get a laser just to get a laser. If it's something that's going to improve your hobby, your business, whatever, do your homework. There are a lot of fires from these lasers, and most companies don't offer like an air assist or um uh like a fire safety. The reason why I chose the X Tools is they're one of the few that do offer fire assist, air assist, and a boatload of other things. Never leave your laser unattended. Don't walk away, because anything can spark off and it's your house. And I did a lot of research before I did this. If you see me when I'm at the laser, I don't move until that project's done. So if the project's a 50-minute project, I am not moving, because I value my house and everybody in this house way too much. So there's that. And also, just because someone has something, everyone creates things differently. Like, I look at people that create things on 3D printers, and I'm just enamored by it, but it doesn't make me want to go out there and buy one. I'd rather just purchase something from them and call it a day. It would save me tons of money. But yeah, so just that disclaimer. But yeah, I was super happy with this. I cannot wait to do the lining. The lining is going to be from Moonbeam Textiles, and I'm really excited. But what I'm more excited about is the techniques I show them to get a very sharp corner for the front of this. Man, like my husband came home and he was like, "That bag's dope." I was like, "I know, it's so beautiful." So yeah, I'm gonna probably, if I can film today, if I can't film today, I'm probably gonna work around with a little bit more leathers. I'm trying to come up with a digitized design for the badges for the month of September for my Patreon peeps, and I am just on cloud nine right now because I finished most of my projects that I need to do. I have a couple of orders that I still need to get to, but there's so many cool bags that are coming out in this week and next week, or this month period, and I'm excited to see and work on it. I know, that's how I feel about embroidery machines. Oh god. Every time I embroider, I turn into, I don't know, oh, I wanna Hulk smash everything, like, or Thanos, like, d make it disappear. People who do embroidery, you are a godsend because I can't do it. Changing colors or it a nest, I always get nesting, it just never works out for me. I admire a tin needle, I always look at it, but I'm not ever gonna get it. Even though it would be a tremendous asset to my business because I love patches, obviously, but I hate embroidery, like, with all my heart. Like, I absolutely hate it. I'd rather commission someone to embroider stuff for me, than for me to actually make it. And the one my perfect example is I made a dress, like a rockabilly dress about during COVID, like 2019, 2020, and it was for Notorious for her, May the 4th fabric. I commissioned this person on Etsy to make me Star Wars lace, and it would have probably took me like a couple hours, but I didn't want to do it. I'd rather just pay and give that person a 5-star review so other people can buy stuff from them. And that's how I work. I suck at embroidery. Um s- whenever I do the Rocking New Year's Eve with Sally Tomato, there's always an embroidery aspect because Sulky's with them. Holy that is the one part I always hate doing. Like, it sucks. Like, my embroidery never looks like other people's embroidery. And there are some masters of people in embroidery in our fabric world who have files too that are just like really good at it. Like I seen like Shannon, I was watching one of her trailers. That's what your videos are now, they're trailers. I was watching one of her trailers and she was cutting out the Rowena, but she had like this plastic thing that opened up and it was the pattern. I would buy that from her. I wouldn't want the file to make it. I don't want a 3D printer. I already know I'm a squirrel. Like, so when I get a new toy, I like gravitate to that toy. So yeah, no. So I was like, ooh, that's so cool though, because it folds. So that way you're saving on space. That's all I kept thinking about it is like, and saves on space. And I have some of her 3D prints for there that we used on the retreat, treat yourself retreat, and it was really really cool. And like they were like the for like the tabs, and it made your life so much easier. It's easier to have that even if you're tracing it, because I sometimes can't trace on paper with paper patterns to save my life. I If you were like, let's do a tracing contest, I'll be like, fudge. Oh fudge, but I didn't say fudge in my head. So yeah, I like Shannon's when she came out with that, I was like, I don't know how I don't know if she's gonna plan on selling them, or I know she's gonna sell the files, but if she doesn't plan on selling them and she sells the files, whoever does make one, I'm probably gonna buy one from you because I have made the Rowena now more than 15 times. So in my head, I either want a template or something that I can just be done with it, like cut it out, because templates help me make sure everything is accurate and not lopsided, because remember, your girl can't eyeball and your girl can't trace. So there you go. Let's see. And they're lightweight, see, and I like that because then you could just put them on your pegboard without it like adding weight to the wall. I know, I can imagine. This I was on the phone with Christine with this. This took 50 minutes for the one panel. Then this, because I did it shorter, this took 30 minutes, and this took an additional 50 minutes. And then the side tabs with the writing on it, I don't even know that. I think that one took 30. I was trying to get like scroll leaves in it or whatever, and it was a process. It was a process. Oh, I use my sublimation machine all the time. Like, there's prints even behind me where I made a mistake, like my Coraline bag. So, like, whenever someone asks me to make a claymation bag, like a Frankenweenie or Paranorman, I always use my sublimation printer. I use it the same. It depends. The laser I got for different reasons. See, the sublimation is fun because I can bring characters to life with color. The laser is, even though it does have a printer on there, and it could print on wood, um, more. I got it more for engraving, sharp cutting, making badges, making patches, things like that. So, like, let's take let's say if I want a Death Star, I can make a perfect Death Star out of leather out of that. Now, if I want the Death Star with like 3D touching and coloring and like etching, then I would use my sublimation printer. It all just depends on what the project is. Each project I use different stuff. It just, I think people don't think I use my stuff, but the thing is that unfortunately when I don't film in my room 24/7, so you guys, it's hard. I'm like all over the place in my room. Like each center, each stand, I can't not say what my favorite tool is, um, because I use everything I have. I am adamant about the things I buy, and I think about them long and hard and do tons of research before it. Like, before I got the laser, I know 2 people personally that their house got caught on fire. And there's a couple people in our sewing community that they used to make acrylics, acrylic templates and stuff like that, and then their house caught on fire from the machine. They're a very expensive machine, and if something goes wrong, they're expensive to replace or get fixed. So I did tons and tons and tons of research. I'm still going to buy tags from Heartwood and Hyde. Hell yeah, they're like colorful and they do the hell out of my tags. The machine is purely just for me to do my selfish things, like take a piece of leather and turn it into Lords of the Ring. Like it still smells like the burning leather. um, so that's what I got it for, was for that, for me to elevate styles that I've been imagining in my mind that I couldn't do. Now, you can, like, I've never sublimated on leather, but I'm pretty sure that you can do a reverse, like where it's like a fake DTV or whatever, and put this on here. Especially if you get a direct transfer vinyl, you can get, again, you don't have to have that machine. You can order it, and it's really relatively inexpensive to order. And they could put it where it's a see-through background, and you can heat press it, and you got it. So there's other, when there's a will, there's a way, and just, you know, keep researching. Let's see. They take so long to print, and so it's hard to sell them. I know, Shannon, it would just be like our secret, but now everybody knows, but we pretend like they don't know. It's our little secret. Let's see. I know, look. So look at this part. It's Elvish writing, and then there's like scroll marks. Okay, fun fact about the sublimation thing. Again, all materials can get in there. You cannot just put some vinyl in there. You can cause chemical, like, fumes, and you're inhaling them. Not cool. So I mean, I've only used organic or laserable leatherettes coming from directly from the manufacturer of X tools, and you using them. But like on the bag, the Rowena bag that I made that people liked with Asiliador's broken sword, that was a laserable leatherette. But most of the time I'm just using my leather stash, and it's getting me excited because I have tons of leather, and sometimes I don't gravitate to it because, again, my personal style is nerdy. So people come to me and they're like, yeah, I want a Rocky Horror bag. So I'm looking around and I can cut out stuff to create like lips or whatever, but now I can edge coat, Dr. Frankfurter onto a piece of leather. So like I can bring my nerdiness into leathers and corks, and that just really excites me. Yeah, I have the I'm really blessed and fortunate that, if you got a 6, 7 years ago, I was in my husband's man cave. It's like a size of a medium-sized bathroom, and as I started expanding, my husband switched areas with me, and I have a nice sized room. I like my room. It fits 3 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 I have 3 sewing machines that are industrial and 1 Skyver. I have my sublimation station, I have my cutting station. So I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed, and I know it because I have a husband that truly wants to see me succeed in my career. And he, instead of being a man cave, he was like, dude, I could have a man room. It was funny. I was like, man room, yeah. Yeah, sublimation's hard for bags, and also, if you've been doing it for a year, Sawgrass is one, but Brothers just came out with one, and I hear really good reviews from different people that have the Brothers one. Brothers is I feel like when you're buying something new, a new tool, sometimes relying on the name that you know is a good thing. Like, it's if you ha it's just it's like buying a car. If someone was like, "Here's a Toyota, here's a Ford, and this is the indoor model." And you're like, "What's indoor?" And they're like, "It's a brand new one. It's only been out for like 5 years." And you're just like, you kind of gear to the Toyota and Ford because it's a household name. You've seen the commercials. You probably jumped in the air like the commercial does. One of the commercials. It's a household name. So Sawgrass is a very good. Definitely do your research because I chose the one that goes to 8 by 14 or 8 by 11 because most pattern sizes are the size of a paper, right? But then there's bigger bags. Like there's a lot of bigger bags out there that if you had a bigger sublimation machine, you can do a lot more. So if you're only trying to do a little bit, there are lots of printers out here, especially if you're in the East Coast. There's one here in North Carolina that will print something out like a DTF, a HTV, whatever, for peanuts and mail it out to you the same day. So you don't have to have that machine. You still have all the elements of a sublimation machine or direct to transfer vinyl machine, but you don't pay anything except for it to get printed. So to me, I do that too. I'll get things printed that are really colorful that I want to be able to iron on. So just do your research, look out there. There's always a will, there's always a way. You don't have to get a machine right away. Try buying some of these t-shirt shops. Like you could upload your images and they'll print them out for you and see if this is something that works for you, or is it cool just to have um, a place where you can purchase stuff and not have to put that big of a purchase in a tool. So t-shirt shops are your best friends, I'm telling you. Let's see. Yes, I think the laser is really great for scraps because then I can create like funny, funny things like my sense of humor of like stupid stuff like onto it. And also I think it's really cool because I do make a lot of things for men when I make like laptop cases or whatever. I can now when I make them in laser, I can put someone's initials and description, but you can do that with stamping. If it's using real leather, there's stamps that you can get at Tandy that is extremely less cheaper than that. There's like I said, if you have something that you want, there's always many more avenues in the expensive way. Is Aronia from Not a Thread Co? Yes. That's the one that I geek out at, and like Shannon could tell you, I tested it for her and I showed her my first minimalist. I was so ashamed of it because there was like I messed up somehow, like the glue to Bouncy Firm got on the top of my press, and so when I went to go press my vinyl, I like somehow the glue got onto it, and her admin assistant Maria kind of explained it. Sometimes of the particles from the glue get onto your top of your exterior, you can't get them out. Like, you could try to pick them out or whatever, but it's like a permanent dent or permanent stain. So I didn't want to represent that bag, because it was a beautiful bag, but it looked sloppy. So when we did the Rowena last month in Patreon, um, I like redeemed myself and I was like, I love the minimal bag. I love Rowena, period. Like, it's a good seller for me. I've sold several of them. Yeah, but the minimalist kind of has my heart right now a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. We had some fun with that one. And actually when we if you guys get the Rowena, if you're not wanting the bag, get it for the technique. Hear me out. Do you see double fold it right here? You know how when we fold these in, we double fold it? Shannon has a technique to hide that. And that's what we used her technique yesterday. So if you don't have that pattern, get it. Just for that education thing, I'm not going to go into any more. I'm not going to even show you even more because I told you, some people you need to buy their bag patterns because they're dropping knowledge. Knowledge is knowledge is power. So like right now, like I'm going to be doing a small tutorial for Friday, and I have read the pattern several times, highlighted areas I think that could be issue or whatever. I'm just telling you, how she does her strap connectors in Rowena is a game changer. And now I've been changing my straps to follow that same method anytime I have strap connectors that I make. It just looks more professional. It looks a hell of a lot more professional, and I'm really excited about it. So I think that if you don't have that pattern, definitely look at it. Let's see. Yeah, it should be your next one. No, no, no. Yeah. Yeah, I used it on it. Like, it's a solid thing. I don't have my tablet near me because I would put your listing in it. At the end of this, what I'll do is I'll put in the description box where you can get her pattern, and then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, on Friday, I think she has an expansion pack that's coming out where there's going to be an alternate way to make the sides of the bag. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, just follow her. I'll put her Facebook information and where you could purchase the pattern. I'll give you a direct link that will take you straight to the Rowena. And follow her on Facebook so that way when you can see the other people, she has testers and they'll post pictures of the bag. Like, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks, and it gives you an idea. I love testers photos because it gives me an idea. Like, somebody can spark a flame in my head, and it won't go out until I'm done finishing that bag. So yeah, no worries. So I'm gonna hop off and finish up my green drink. This one's really gross. It tastes just straight like celery with parsley. But what we have to do for health. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope everyone has a fantastic, whimsical day, and I'll see you later. Bye.